In the world of military aviation, there is no race more intense than the one to build the ultimate stealth fighter. It is a massive game of cat and mouse, a technological chess match, especially between the United States and China, and things are really heating up.
So what's at the heart of this latest showdown? We're talking about two incredible fifth-generation jets, America's proven F-35 Lightning II, and China's brand new carrier-capable J-35. The big question on everyone's mind is, which one is actually stealthier? That's what we're digging into today. Okay, so what kicked this whole debate into high gear? It all started with a really bold claim that came straight from Chinese state media about their new J-35 fighter.
Right, you heard that correctly. China's state broadcaster, CCTV, is saying that to a radar, their massive J-35 fighter jet looks smaller than the palm of your hand. Now, a statement like that is doing a lot of work. It's a huge boost for people back home, it's a great sales pitch to other countries, and it's a very clear message to their rivals. And hey, if it's true, that would be a massive leap forward in stealth tech.
To really wrap your head around just how wild that palm-sized claim is, you need some context. You need a benchmark. And for that, we've got to look at the established gold standard in this class, the American F-35. So here it is, side by side. For years, we've heard from defense analysts that the F-35's radar signature is about the size of a golf ball. And now, China is publicly claiming their J-35 is palm-sized. It's a pretty fascinating clash, isn't it? You've got established technical analysis on one side and a very public state-run media campaign on the other. But here's the thing. Figuring out which jet is stealthier isn't as simple as comparing a palm to a golf ball. The real science of being invisible to radar, well, it goes way deeper than a catchy soundbite. The key measurement here is something called radar cross-section, or RCS. The easiest way to think about it is like how bright an object appears on a radar screen. The smaller and dimmer it looks, the harder it is to spot, to track, and to shoot at. So for any stealth aircraft, the absolute goal is to have the lowest RCS possible. And achieving that tiny RCS, it's not one thing. It's an incredibly complex puzzle. The actual shape of the jet has to be designed to bounce radar waves away from the source, not back to it. The engine inlets are a huge challenge. You have to hide those super reflective turbine blades from enemy radar. Then you add in things like making sure all the edges are perfectly aligned, using special paints that literally absorb radar energy, and building the thing with ridiculously tight precision. You can see how every single detail matters. So, okay, let's try to cut through the noise. Let's move past the big media claims and look at the actual hard numbers. What does the data we have tell us when we compare these two jets? Well, this is where it gets a little tricky. The J-35 isn't really out in the world yet, so its exact specs are, of course, a secret. But we do know it's based on an earlier prototype, a jet called the FC-31. So by looking at the FC-31's numbers, we can get a pretty educated guess about the J-35's basic design. And when you look at the specs of its predecessor, the FC-31, the Chinese jet is a little bit bigger than the F-35. It's a little longer, has a wider wingspan, and stands a bit taller. Now, size isn't everything when it comes to stealth, but a bigger body can make the engineer's job a lot tougher. Every extra inch is more surface area that could potentially reflect a radar wave. And all of this brings us to the most important point. Because specs, claims, and all the on-paper comparisons, they really only tell part of the story. The real truth is only going to be found in a very different place. Here's the bottom line. We just don't know for sure how stealthy the J-35 really is. Its true capabilities are completely unproven. We can dissect the propaganda and make our best guesses from the specs, but until these planes are actually out there on real missions, facing off against sophisticated sensor networks, they're just claims. Ultimately, this great stealth debate isn't going to be settled in a lab or a news story. It's going to be settled during tense encounters high up in the skies over the Indo-Pacific. And that leaves us with the most critical question of all. When these two incredible machines finally come face to face, who is going to see whom first?